Hi there, welcome to another video from Park Owners Boat Sales. I'm Jonathan Parker and we're here today at Cobbs Quay Marina in Poole to look at this fantastic Fairline Targa 34. Now we're going to show you all the features and benefits this has to offer, and this is quite a special rare one because this is actually a Mk1 Targa 34 made from 1996 for a couple of years before they then changed to the Mk2. So this is a really interesting boat because we've sold about 6 Targa 34s, but all of them have been Mk2s, and we haven't done a Mk1 yet, so we're quite excited about this one. But this one is actually presented as one of the cleanest and most presentable Targa 34s we've also sold. So it's really interesting to see an earlier Targa 34 where you can actually appreciate all the upgrades it's had over the years. So let me show you through from the amazing saloon area, which has been updated, to the navigation equipment, which has been updated, as you can see here, to the interesting layout of the forward cabin, which gives you other benefits such as the larger heads, but I'll show you them all through as we go, and hopefully you'll appreciate this boat as much as we do. So first of all, I just want to show you that from the outside it actually looks like just any other Targa 34. So it looks exactly the same as the Mk2s. There are subtle differences, but on the face of it, I'm actually looking at another Targa 34 at the same time, and one of the obvious ones from looking at the back is actually the Mk2s actually have a locker here to fit a life raft. This one doesn't. It's one of the differences, but it does enable the name to be put on there very nicely. You can see it's finished in a stainless steel, which is a lovely finish. The bathing platform is about the same size, and there's not much difference inside. It still give you the good side access, and we've got synthetic teak on the bathing platform, which obviously is much later because it wasn't around then, back in '96. And the synthetic teak runs all the way through the cockpit, but also up the side decks. And it's quite rare to see a Targa 34 with teak laid up to the side decks. It really gives it a really warm finish. So you can see the teak there, but also one thing that most people have done to Targa 34s is they actually ended up fitting a handle onto the radar arch. Now it's always an afterfit, they never come with them as standard, but it just allows you to give you that bit of stability, that last section going onto the back. So it's always a really good finish. And of course it's got the usual side decks, but also what we've got is actually lovely Fairline branded bow cushions on this boat. They're in really nice condition, bar a couple of the straps. There's a little bit of pulling on the threads here, just on the 2 top sections, but other than that, it looks pretty pristine. We've also got fender baskets up the front. There's some heavy duty stainless steel ones which allow for 4 fenders, and then also there's a couple of added ones as well to allow for 6 fenders to be stored up the front. And then the anchor is still a windlass anchor, like all the Mk2s. The covers as well, they've been updated over the years, and these ones are in very nice condition. There's no splits, there's no damage that I can see, and the canvas is in good shape. The whole finish on the boat just feels really nice. The gel feels in really nice condition. It's clearly not been abroad, but also up on the top we can actually see there's a new Quantum radar on the top. So the navigation system on this boat has been upgraded in recent years to the Quantum Raymarine radar, as well as the chart plotter, which we'll show you shortly. Even the spotlight, it's an LED spotlight on there now as well, so a really powerful all round, so you can spin it around and move it up and down. Really nice addition. So as we pop back down, right, we'll come on into the cockpit area. As you can see, it has the usual Targa 34 seating area, and then it has the small seat just here, which is a usual fit on a Targa 34. Again, nothing much has changed in this area. From original though, it's been upgraded with a later upholstery. So the upholstery is more of a Silvertex upholstery. You can see in this more warmer colour. These originally would have been white, a white vinyl, but they've been upgraded to a more of a, it's got more of a material feel to it, but still waterproof and durable. Very nice as well. There's also, you can see there's lighting all around the floor of the cockpit, which in the evening gives a really nice ambiance. And we've got a heating vent out here for the diesel heating system as well. So again, in the winter evenings, it'll warm the cockpit up really nicely. The usual top loading fridge and cup holders, and then through into the second seating area, which again hasn't changed from the earlier one. Which lends itself then over to the helm position. So we've got the single helm position here with a bolster for standing, so you can stand up at the helm as well. But again, when you look at the condition of this, being an earlier Fairline, normally you'd find the steering wheel would be a bit tatty by now, but actually it's in pristine condition. You would find all the switch gear would actually, you wouldn't be able to tell what anything does anymore because all the symbols have worn off, but we can see they've not only got all the symbols and all the switches, it's actually been added next to it what they all are as well. The dashboard is in really nice condition. The blue is in really good shape. Even the controls as well, they're in nice condition. Now this has got the earlier CAD 42 engines. They only came later with the CAD 44s and the 300s. So this has got the earlier version, so you don't get the electronic controls, you do get the manual controls. But with the early engine, they're actually absolutely bulletproof. There's no electronics involved, there's not much electrics involved even, and they really are robust engines, and one of the best engines that that Volvo actually made. We've got the upgraded Raymarine Hybrid Touch up here, which is a nice addition in quite a nice position, and you can move it around as well, or remove it if you don't want it there, if you know the waterways you're going. And of course that has the new radar system attached to it as well. The Raymarine VHF as well has been upgraded at some stage, and it does have a Raymarine speaker as well, so it really makes it nice and loud. The dashboard as well, it's the same layout. I can't see that it's much different from the later one. And of course this does have the addition of a bow thruster as well. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to pop downstairs now and have a look around the interior, which is the most interesting thing about the Targa 34, the way that the interior is different to the Mark II. Okay, so let's follow me down into this Targa 34 Mark I's interior. So come on down. So straight away we're down into the curved seating area. This is completely different from a normal Targa 34, which is one of the main differences. The normal Targa 34 still has the seating on this area. It's a slightly different shape, and we've got good storage above, nice windows into here, but it's the other side which is completely different. The galley, instead of being fitted over here as you come down to the seating area, it's actually, as you can see, more forward, and it's actually a slightly larger galley, I would argue, than the other one. So there's more surface space, nice fridge. We've got a gas cooker with a twin gas hob as well, a nice sink with a drainer on the side, which really nice features. A nice position for a television just up there, so when you're sat around the seating area, and storage as well. So all in all, the galley's are nicely appointed. But being this way round, normally here would be the heads, and that would be the heads for the forward berth, but the heads is actually set back. And if we go into these heads, you can see that there is a toilet with a cover over it, and then a nice window, and then a nicely set sink. But the main difference is actually a big shower cubicle. So it has a sit down, but it's also a full proper door to it. So if I close the door, you can see it's a full door to the shower cubicle, where the later Targa 34, as opposed to this earlier one, only has a shower curtain. This is a proper shower cubicle. So really, really much better layout, I think. You can't beat a proper cubicle with a sit down. It has a manual flush toilet, but it has no holding tank, this toilet, but it does have a sanitation unit there which purifies the water as it comes in, so it eliminates odour, and there is absolutely no toilet odour in this toilet room as well. Someone's added this nice mosaic tiling on here, which is a really nice feature, and again it's got another heating vent as well, so it's heated in here also. Right, let's pop out of here. Okay, so why don't we go straight into the aft cabin. Again, a nice, and this does still have the lovely dark cherry gloss finish to the doors, again in really, really nice condition. And as we go into the aft cabin, you can see there's storage just there, as well as overhead with lighting, and there's a settee just as you go in, and then we've got the twin berths as well, and we can see it's used for a bit of storage. Again, we've got the window at the back with the curtains and reading lights above. There is an addition as well. We've got this window here, and we don't see this on the Mk2 Targa 34, and we've got a nice hanging cupboard as well for storage. You go, and that's actually quite deep as well, and actually goes further back than you'd think to the side of the boat. So there's quite a lot, and it goes right down as well. So you can actually get full-sized hanging clothes in there. And then there's another window with the nice curtains as well. Again, nice. Everything's just in lovely condition. There's a full height mirror. You can see. Hello. And we'll pop out back into the galley, and then the other big difference is the forward bed. Now on the Mk2 version, it's a double, but it's a side double, so it goes at an angle, which is fine. It seemed to have been the preferred layout that the Targa 34s ended up with all the way to the end of their production. But the early one, so the Mk1 one, has this V-shaped berth, so it can be a twin, but it's still adjoined in the middle here. And as you can see on the bed, there is actually an infill, so you simply pull this out all the way to here, and you can infill it, and then the whole room is one massive bed. Much more comfortable than the later ones, because the problem is with the later ones with the side bit is that someone always has to clamber over the other one, and there was always a bit longer on one side than the other. But you can see this is very even, and I would say if you do have a longer person, then I would probably say they'd go this side, because as you can see, this comes all the way to the wall, this mattress, even though it juts out there. But obviously the infill will take that section up as well. But if you're using it as a V, then that bed's slightly smaller. But again, we've got the full-size wardrobe here, so you still have another good-sized wardrobe with a shelf above. Loads of light in here. It's really light in here, and you can see the mirror at the back with the side windows. But again, everything is appointed neatly and finished in very nice condition. And simply, if you wanted to make it back into a twin, or give yourself a bit more leg room in here, slide that all the way back, and then you can actually come in, and then you can have a good look round. There's another mirror here as well, and then again you'll be back out into the saloon, and then we can see the steps going back out into the cockpit. And even the carpets are in nice condition. Really nice underfoot as well, nice and soft carpets. and storage under the seating, and then access to the bilges. Don't normally show bilges on the videos, but you can see they're in a nice, clean, dry condition. It's really a testament to Fairline how well they build this era of boats. Everything is solid, everything is in great shape still, and even the GRP is in fantastic condition. Right, let's pop back out. Okay, so this is the Mk1 Fairline Targa 34, presented for sale as of September 2022. So if you are interested in purchasing this boat, please come and see us at parker-adams.co.uk. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more features on other boats we have for sale, and to see the Mk2 Targa 34, which we've done quite a few videos on as well, so you can compare. But for now, that's me done. So I hope you'll join us again for our next video. But for now, goodbye. Thank you.